everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the 49ers going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Nevada. It's Colin Kaepernick.
Began 2015 as the unquestioned starting quarterback for San Francisco. Had a really rough game against the Arizona Cardinals and lost his job, and later ended the season having shoulder surgery. He's looking for a big bounce back in 2016.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He's got time. Right side caught by Jackson. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Still second down.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Surveying the field. Look at the time. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away? A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Carlos Hyde's a physical, tough runner. Had a few dings, but I don't think he should change a thing in terms of style. And I think that playing in Chip Kelly's offense gives him a chance to catch the ball more as well.
He can do both with him, Kenny, and he said he's excited to be in that Chip Kelly offense.
I think the versatility will really be to his liking.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Second down following the incompletion. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And
there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Wilson, complete. Richardson has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Still 3rd down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd down and 1.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
They'll go again to McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. To throw, Kaepernick. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
They let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the number 1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, it's Murray. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Kaepernick going to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tall.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Pro Bowler, Calais Campbell, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the 3rd down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes SEAHAWKS for the field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Again, it's McCoy. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Watch 88! Watch 88! Punch six! Punch six!
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll go on the ground. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's got his man here. It's Green. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Green with a catch left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
To return, this is Doug Baldwin. Oh, he shifts past him. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Wilson. Finding time. His throw incomplete. He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have done enough to be leading here to this point, but in a close game, you know the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some excitement. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, the quick pass and completion is made, and he's going to go 40 yards for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Midway through the first quarter, it's Ziggy Ansah here getting to the QB for the sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. '49ers lined up at the 38. Sherman's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. First and 10, the ball goes to A.J. Green on the quick pass. And that goes as a 39-yard touchdown, which takes the lead to 8. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wilson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Serve. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2nd down fumble. Now the offense needing to do something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's John Ryan now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
No gain on the play there, second down. So this is the second consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know I'm wandering into cliche territory, but when DeMarco Murray's not piling up yards, it has an adverse effect on his team.
And we are bearing witness to that here in this game. They go with Murray again. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching and went up to try and catch a pass. Oof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Here's John Ryan now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Kaepernick. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And here's Phil Dawson now with a 49er field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield, put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson finding time. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got time. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. And some room to maneuver. It'll be a gain of 11. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
2nd down following the run. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They go screen pass to Hyde. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Now it's Lockett. A beautiful fake. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3 and out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3 and outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Wilson on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. And they give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play. And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. To throw, it's Kaepernick. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they could just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Kaepernick now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. And a solid run down inside the 30. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. Tyler Lockett now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's got Curse. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
To throw is Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Got it. Nickel. Check. 53.
Second and 10 now. Wilson surveying the field. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Murray. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Oh, what a move. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, you always hate to lose, obviously, but a division loss stings just a touch more for many reasons.
That's because you have too much familiarity. It's almost like battling your brother or your neighborhood rival. You know them so well, and they get to lord it over you just a little bit longer.
And there's only a select amount of teams in the divisions. There's only 4, and so when you go back and forth so often, there is that familiarity. It just makes it hurt, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and when you're thinking long range and you're thinking playoffs, winning your division is the way to get to the playoffs.
So for San Francisco, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Seattle, so long, everybody.